So good morning, all of you. So as discussed last class, we just started with the module 3, that is linked list. So just started a linked list. So as you know, he has simply mentioned the concepts linked list, but in fact, the concepts is too vast. So if you could see what are the concepts that we have as per the syllabus that has been given in the chapters, uh, just want to review because today what I'd like to go, because if I go with the lengthy program you find it difficult, so I'll go with the structures of the both the all the linked list that is a mandatory for an exam point of view. So how does the linked list looks like? So what is a single linked list, what is double linked list, and what is a circular linked list? So with that, what it could be done is, so we could see the various operations of the linked list. Okay, so just for a sake, if you could see, we have an introduction part. What is a linked list? What are the advantages of using a linked list? The last class we have seen the major advantages of the dynamic memory allocation. What is the meaning of dynamic memory allocation? So with that, so the types of linked list, in fact it has to come over here. In fact this has to be discussed at this topic, basic concepts. After the basic concepts, then we have to see the it should be reversed. So though yesterday I just shown you the concepts such as uh, the insertion, maybe you may not have followed or you would have find it difficult, and the fact wise the representation he has given with the flow of syllabus and book I just went. Now what I might plan is, let me go with the one of the order where you could understand, and maybe I'll forward you few of the links of the videos, the separate, it is not mine. So a few animated videos links, so where you find it easy to understand the concept of linked list. Okay, the basic concepts we have studied, right? How do you represent? So representation of linked list, in this he has directly shown you what is insertion and deletion. So now let me not go directly. This declaration is important, definition is important. Insertion, deletion, search and print, the operations that are being performed with the linked list, same as if like an array concept. We had compared even the arrays. So we will see today the type of linked list, its structures, then we'll go for insertion, then you find it easy. Okay, the types of uh, linked list. So here we have single linked list, we have circular list, and we have double linked list. So how does the single linked list looks like? Let us see all these things. Okay, so how you know what is the linked list consist of? Always a value and the address. This is called node. Altogether it is called a node. So same insertion has been shown. So before insertion or deletion of a node, so what is the types of list? We will see circular list. The in the case of circular list, so what happens is, before circular list, what is single linked list? What is single linked list? So this is a single linked list. Okay, so linearly single linked list. In this, what you could see the major difference over here. So always the first node will have a head. Okay, first node will have a head. The question is, what is the meaning of head? For example, for B, for B, if I say the address of B is there here, this node consists of the address of add of B, so that the list could be connected. You know the address. This is a node. Imagine this is a node n, this is a node n, this is a node. Okay, node has got two values, two compartments. One is a value, one is a address. So what is the value of this node? A. Then one more compartment comes address. Address, it shows where exactly it should be linked. That is why the name called linked list. So by seeing the address, add address, I'll see the address. Okay, this address connects to the address of the B. So address of B, address of B is directly linked to the node called B. Address means its house, that is a node. Similarly, this contains some of the address of the node called C. So it is being connected. Similarly, from the last node, do we have any address? No. So it is being connected to the null. Similarly, if I ask you the question, if you ask me, so where exactly we have the address of the first node? So first node, so that is called head. Okay. So head is the address of, head says that this is the beginning. Hence, it is also an address. So what I would say, for the first node, its address itself is a head. Clear? Once again, in a single linked list, we have all the nodes. The last node, its last node's address is being connected to null. Okay. Second compartment, consecutively linearly arranged. It is linearly single linked list. And what it would do is always the first node is connected with the head. That is the address of A. It is not in this way, no? The first node connected to second. How did you connected A with B? It is based on one of the concept that this compartment holds the address of B. This compartment holds the address of C. So once it holds the address of C, this has to be connected to B only. Imagine if this holds the address of C, I would not have connected this. I would have connected here to here. By seeing address, I am connecting it. Okay. So connectivity you have followed. Now coming to the first node, this holds the address of the B. No? So where is the address of A? It is called head. Okay. So head doesn't have a value. It is having only one value, that is called an address, memory. Similarly, this is the first. So what we have seen, the same types of list is a single linked list. He has not explained since he has started in the beginning itself. So as you could see here, what is single linked list? He has shown it. How does the linked list looks like? Representation of links. See, this is called head node. First head. It is called head or a first. So next we have information, single linked list. Next you have information. Next. So what is this? Pointer to the next node. Its address. Next one. Address of the next node. It is being connected. Address of the next node. It is being connected. Similarly, last is connected to this. Okay. This is the first node and this is the last node. Clear? Now coming back again to the same concept where I was teaching. So next is you have a circular list. What is a circular list? Same as if like a single linked list. In the circular list, what you have a head, right? Head means it is the first node. What is the difference you could find is, instead of the last node being connected to null, that is, it is not having an address, what happens is here the last node is connected to the, there is a connectivity, that is, this holds the address of the first node. Got it? This holds the address of first node. Try to understand. Previously it was null, no? That is, it is not being connected to anywhere else. It doesn't holds the address of anything. No, it holds the address of first node. So once it holds the address of the first node, what happens? It has to be connected to the address of first node. Where do you have address of A? Address of A. Address of A means it is the compartment A. So connect this link to the, so this is the concept of circular list. Fine. Here you have that concept. Sorry. Here you have this concept. circular list. So let me go with this. So first let us go with the structure, because what happens is as per the syllabus, what he has done is, so he has directly went into a insertion and deletion. You might find it very difficult without understanding the basics of insertion deletion of a linked list. So let me go with the structures of the different, and let me follow one insertion and one deletion using a program. Then you find it easy. Coming to the circular list, so why I'm stressing, because in the exam, so what could be the possible question is the explain the types of linked list, right? With the need diagram, that time you should be able to analyze it and write it properly. Now you have a circular list. So as I explained on the PPT, so you have a first node. This is called an head. So there is a connectivity between the last node to the first node. That is, so this holds the address. This holds the address of the first node. So address of first node means it is to be connected to the first node. That's it, right? So it is connected. So insertion deletion, so that is a secondary part. Clear? So now let me go. So you have, see, pointed to the next node, it's same as if like, so it is called a node. All are nodes. So this is called data element. This is address or pointer to the next node. Pointer means where it is pointing. It is, so the way it is pointing with the address. This holds the address of the next node. This holds the address of next node, right? Hope all are clear with the circular list. So the difference between single list and circular is that the last node singly lists the point as null, while the last node of a circular list points at the first element. Why it is pointing to the first element? That is, it stores the address of the first element. If you understand this, you find it easy. Clear? So similarly, he has seen circular linked list. See, so we have lot many things, insertion, deletion. So one by one we'll see. Similarly, for single linked list also he has shown you, right? And double linked list also shown you. The operations are very simple: insertion, deletion, searching, printing the elements of the linked list that is being stored. Clear? Now coming to the other concepts, you have circular list, no? Then we have what is double linked list. What is the meaning of double linked list? See, double linked list, it holds three compartments. Here also the node, what is it is called? This is called node, no? So all of you have to attend the class regularly, or else there will be a link between the first class to the next class. You find it difficult. Okay, if you join the class in between, please, we have this slot, we have to utilize this, right? Please be attentive to the class. Uh, you know, now coming to the concept of what is double linked list. So double linked list, this is called head. Head means it is the first node. Okay, so similarly, if I specify this as a tail, this is called a last node. Then what is this? The left side and right side both holds the address or a pointer to some another node. Pointer to another node means it holds the address of one of the nodes. The connectivity of the node to node always depends upon the address in the either on the this second compartment. But since here we have three compartments, right? Three boxes we have in between we have always a value. On the right hand side and left hand side, it both contains the address or a pointer to a node. Pointer to a node means it is address. So here A consists of an address of the B. Since the address of B is connected, what it means, we have a connectivity. And we have B holds the address of this compartment, holds the address of the previous. Try to understand. For example, if you have not understood, once again, let me clarify. See, very simple. So this is a value A, So imagine we have a address of A is address of B is 10. Address of B is 10. Okay. Address of A is 20. Randomly I'm writing. It is not linear. Okay. Address of C is 30. Now I say that the second compartment on the right hand side holds the address of the node B. So what is the address of node B? It is 10. So 10 will be stored over here. So when it arises to 10. So what is 10? 10 is the address. Whose address? B's address. So connect it to B. See, logically, if you understand, writing the program would be quite easier. Logically, algorithm also. Similarly, see B. See, the left compartment of any node in the double linked list, the left compartment of any node in the double linked list is connected to the address of the previous node. What is the address of the previous node? It is being connected over here. It is a, what is its address? It addresses 20. So you write 20 over here. Clear? So, and it is being connected to the address of 20. What is the address of 20? It is A. So this is a concept. Similarly, the B on the right hand side, it shows the address. Whose address it is being connected to? It is connected to the address of C. How do I come to know? Since there is a connectivity, right? When I says 30, go to the house number 30. Where is the house number 30? Here you have the house number 30. See, try to understand. Address is not pointer. Address is not a pointer to a variable. It is it is, you think as if like house only. This is house number 20, this is house number 10, house number 30. Okay, and this is a variable. On the right hand side we have a address storing to which house you should visit. A should visit to which house? It should visit to the house number 10, so it visited, right? Similarly, on the right hand side, on the talking about the right hand side, visit number house number 30, it is visited. 30 is visited. Similarly, previously this node C consists the address of the previous node. So address of the previous node wants C. C is a variable. So what is the address of the previous house that is being connected to? It is 30. Clear? So front, this holds the address of the next node. Similarly, this holds the, on the left hand side, it holds the address of the previous node. Whereas in the case of head also the same. So since it is not being connected, we are not finding any node, right? If at all, if you insert some node at the beginning for a double linked list, try to understand. If you are so if you are inserting a new node at the beginning, then obviously this left compartment should holds the address where it is to be connected previous. This holds the address of the A. What is the address of A? Address of A is 20. So that time you find it easy. So this is the concept of the double linked list, right? So let me go to the book once again. So hope you have understood this head and tail and what all the compartment forward and backward. 2 pointers are being maintained. Remember, double linked list maintains 2 pointers to keep track of the list head and tail. Clear? This is all about the concept of the double linked list, circular list, and the single linked list. So then we have a program. So before going to the program, because you programming, I have taken few of the students feedback. They're finding it difficult with the programming. So I don't want to annoy you with the high fundamentals. So let me go with the basic things. Okay, because in fact the data structures is the one of the complex part of the uh, programming, or a complex part for a student at the beginning level without understanding the logic of it. So if you understand the logic basically, then you find it easy. And you know what all the basic advantages of using uh, you know mm, linked list. It is all about the dynamic allocation. This we have discussed. What is the advantage of using the arrays? That is in the chapter number 2, when you have studied what are the different data structures, right? Advantages, see, it is about the dynamic memory management. Last class I stressed dynamic memory management, effective and efficient utilization of the memory. This may be asked definitely. So is it easy to insert or delete the element? So when we talked about the disadvantages, so sometimes holding the address itself takes a lot of memory, right? This was being explained to you, right? So now I need to discuss you the double linked list from the book. I'm just comparing my PPT with this the concepts what we are going to do. Okay, so we have seen the types of this one circular list, single we have seen, circular we have seen. Now let me go to the double linked list. In the case of double linked list, what you do, so we will have a two compartment, as I said, explained you. Okay, let us see. Okay. Here we have a double linked list. Maybe he has not given the diagrammatical representation. So maybe, yes, he has given over here. See, in the case of a double linked list, again, we have three compartments. Middle is the value. Right hand side is the address of the next. This is the left hand side is the pointer to the previous node, pointer to the next node. So as I have shown you the example, so you have to remember that. So implementation of a double linked list using list node and other operations we have to see. Now we have to see one by one: single linked list, circle linked list, and double linked list. Clear? And what are the operations that could be performed? All insert, delete, search, and print, both in the case of single linked list, double linked list, and the circular linked list. So this is how we have to understand first the structure of the concepts, then we have to know. So at any moment, if at all, if anyone asks you, tell the structure of the single linked list or a circular list or the double linked list, you should be in a position to explain. So programming is next part. Okay, the types of linked list, this you have to explain. Okay, so fundamentals are important rather than going directly with the programming. Last class I just started insertion deletion. Maybe many people have found it difficult, and few of the people have messaged they have not followed it. So I just thought today maybe I'll go with a simple concept, because there are many things to be discussed that will make you find it difficult at the beginners level. So, and also with respect to the syllabus, I'm just tracking through. Okay, so how do you insert in between and all? There are many things that what is dynamic memory allocation, and you know how do you what are the uh, possible cases of insertion, that is at the front, at the last, or at the in between. Okay, so all these things has to be studied. So sample linked list operations. Okay, Okay, so now coming back to the concept, let us go with a simple concept. So hopefully all of you have understood the conceptually what is single, what is double, and what is circular list. Now we have to go with the few of the operations. So what all the operations that are supported with all this linked list, that is a single linked list, circular list, and the double linked list. So single linked list. So he has now here he has shown you what is single linked list, how do you insert the linked list operations, that is insertion. So insertion means you are adding a new element. See, there are a few of the operations. This you have to memorize so that we'll see diagrammatically. Memory space is reserved for the new node. First reservation has to be done. Then element is stored in the information part of the new node. So that if you have a node, the element, what is the new element has to be stored. So it has to be stored into the information part of the node. Then this is a new node. No, this new node is connected to the existing node in the list. That is whether it has the front, at the last, and all. So depending on the location, the where the new node has to be located, there are three scenarios. That is at the first, that is list, last class, what I stated, this one. Okay. So inserting the uh, 1 second. Okay. So as I discussed, insertion at the beginning, it would be a quite easy. Inserting the new element at the end of the list, inserting new element somewhere in the middle. So at the end, list is easy because it requires the resetting the respective next field. However, if the field is to be added somewhere at the middle of the list, then a search operation is to be required, performed to identify the point of insertion. Remember, so if you are inserting at the beginning, there is no issues. If you're inserting at the last, there is no issues. If you're inserting at the in between, then you have to search which position you have to search. So it requires a kind of searching. Fine. It requires a kind of searching. So this is what we have to study. Irrespective of insertion, we have to identify the search position by using search position. So hopefully to an extent I have tried today to make sure that you have understood the concept, right? uh, so next sessions we would start very simple concepts of insertion. I will not go with the complex things because I find it as per the feedback few of the members are communicated in the personally that they have found it difficult, the concept. So let me not annoy you with the direct concepts. So let me go slowly and let me make sure that you understood the simple concepts of data structures. So you could give the attendance on the chat sessions so that uh, today we'll wind up with the sessions. Today we have seen only the theoretical part. So the other programming part we would see in the next week. So remember, we have just started the third module. This is the second session. So we will not go in depth with all the insertion in the case of circular, double, or single. We will see one cases and we'll proceed further and we'll go to the concept of stacks. All right. So I request you to give the attendance in the chat session so that we'll end up the session. Well, if you could give the attendance into the chat session. And if you have doubts, you can chat, or else you can leave the session for today.